Hey YouTube, this is 13 Dragon Blade. I'm gonna be doing two profiles in one night again. There's there we go, a little bit better. I'm gonna be doing two profiles in one night, and obviously, a lot of people have asked what other decks I've been running. I've actually been getting into running a lot of new decks. This one in particular. Uh, Raidraptors were a thing for me, and I actually really wanted to run them. They're really a strong XYZ deck, and they're wing beasts, so I thought these are kind of like black wings, so I thought that they would be really interesting to run. So I'm going to just go straight into the deck profile, explain what each of them do. Once during your main phase, if this card is normal or special summon, you can special summon a level 4 or lower Raidraptor from your hand. Personally, he is my favorite. He is also a level 4. He's a dark. He's an Allure of Darkness target. He's just the best one, in my opinion, because it says when he's normal or special summoned. My second favorite one is Fuzzy Lanius. You usually combo this off with Singing Lanius, but I prefer Fuzzy because when he is sent to the graveyard, you can search another copy of himself. So basically, you can add another Fuzzy back to hand and then just do a lot of stupid stuff that turn. Yeah, you usually detached at a Sing, and then this effect will trigger. When he's sent to the graveyard, you search another copy of himself, and just continue the looping. Yeah, to bring out the Raidraptor XYZ, that's level 4. Then we run 3 Mimicry. This deck has a lot of search cards too, so this card being one of them. When he's sent to the graveyard, you can banish him from grave and search any Raidraptor card or monster. Raidraptor card from your deck to your hand. So yeah, basically anything. Mimicry Lanius is really good. Also, when he is summoned, or when he is once per turn during your main phase, if this card was normal or special summoned, you can increase the levels of all Raidraptors you control by 1. So yeah, basically he can make rank 5s, which is nice. He's one of the better ones. The one that I don't really like running too sharp, you have to run it though. He's good. He's a big beater. He basically, when he attacks something, or he can actually change their position, he can attack into something. If he kills it by battle, or if he attacked that turn, you can special summon a Raidraptor from your graveyard, which is both good and bad. I prefer just using the others. Double Singing Lanius. Singing Lanius is great because he can bring himself out if you control an Exceeds monster, and it's pretty free. He's got 0 attacks, so you don't need to worry about him getting bottomless or anything. And then the last one, I need to read him first. His name is Raidraptor Necrovulture. Once per turn, you contribute a Raidraptor monster, then target one rank-up magic spell card in your graveyard and add it to your hand. You cannot XYZ summon for the rest of the turn, except with the effect of a rank-up magic spell card. So basically, he allows you to get your rank-ups back from the graveyard. It's only good to run him at 1, though, because I see him as pointless any other way. Then the non-Raidraptors we run 2 Summoner Monk. Summoner Monk is in here for a reason, both for Raidraptors and to bring out Harpist, which I do run a supply of 2 of. Harpist is just good because she can search out pretty much the majority of the deck, so that's why she's good. You should have her at 2 at least. Maybe at 1, but 2 is alright. Alright, so that's the monsters. I don't exactly know how many monsters. I believe it's 10. Now we're going to go into the spells. Spells are 1 Dark Hole, because it's Dark Hole. I don't have a Raigeki in this deck. 1 Raidraptor Call. Raidraptor Call is very special, but I would only run 1 of it. It says you need to target 1 Raidraptor monster you control, then special summon 1 from the same name from your deck, from your hand or deck in defense position. And you can only activate 1 Raidraptor Call per turn, and you can only special summon Raidraptor monsters that turn. So it puts you under a condition, which I don't like, but it's an okay thing to run at 1, so that's why I have it there. It's just there really to get the other copies out. Then we have 2 Raidraptor Nest, a very good card. Also searches. Again, this deck has plenty of search and special potential. That's the reason why I like it. 2 Nest, because Nest is absolutely broken. It's just a really good card right now. Then we have 1 Rank Up Magic Raid Force. Again, I need to read it. target one rank up. No, target one face-up XYZ monster from you control. Special summon from your extra deck one Raidraptor monster that is one rank higher than it. Special summon is treated as an XYZ summoned, and of course XYZ materials become to the summoned monster. You can banish this card from your graveyard and one Raidraptor card from your hand. Then target one rank up magic spell card in your graveyard except Raid Force, and you can add it to your hand. So it's really good because it allows you to reuse other rank up cards. So I prefer this over any of the other ones, to be honest. That's just the thing. Then we have 2 Raidraptor Revolution Force, rank up magic Revolution Force. Has 2 effects. During your turn, you can target an XYZ Raidraptor monster that you control and special summon one from your extra deck that is one rank higher. Or during your opponent's turn, target one XYZ monster your opponent controls with an Exceeds material. With no Exceeds material, actually. It's very specific. Take control of that monster and then special summon from your extra deck one Raidraptor monster from one rank higher than the monster that, was summoned over there. So if they have a big eye, for example, you could bring out Satellite Cannon, just because. Its effect won't really do anything, but it still brings out a free Satellite Cannon, which is a lot of attack to put on board. 1 rank up magic Raptor's Force. If a Raidraptor XYZ monster was destroyed and sent to the graveyard this turn, while you controlled it, target 1 Raidraptor monster, XYZ monster from your graveyard, and special summon that target. Then special summon from your extra deck 1 Raidraptor monster that's 1 rank higher than it. So basically, just if it dies by battle. I'm probably going to limit this to 1, because this one's not really that good. It has to be destroyed, and the other one is a lot better. Revolution Force actually seems to be my favorite one, but there's other ones that came out in Wing Raiders called Shave Force and Rank Up Magic Double Doom Force. I think that's what it's called. Those are the ones that I'm going to run and take one of these out, because this deck is all about rank ups. Then we have Raidraptor's Ultimate Mace. I will take a look at it. You can only equip to a Raidraptor monster. It gains 1,000 attack. When the equipped monster is targeted for an attack, whose attack is higher than the equipped monster, you can add 1 rank up magic spell card from your deck to your hand, and if you do, you take no battle damage from that battle. So basically, you just take no battle damage. The Raidraptor does get destroyed, but you get to search out and rank up magic. And it's good. It's good to have at least 1 of, because it powers up your dudes. If you want to have 2 of it, that's also good. Then 1 Allure and 1 Book. I'm probably going to replace the Book for another Allure when I get it. Allure of Darkness being a 2 also helps this deck's consistency, because they're all dark. And even if the Summoner Monk is in my hand, I can get rid of that. Because, let's be honest, if you have a Death Summoner Monk in your hand, you're probably going to get rid of it. Alright, so that's all the spells. Now we're going to move on to traps. Double Raidraptor Readiness. Really good card. Once this turn, Raidraptor monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle. If you have a Raidraptor monster in your graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, and you take no damage this turn. This goes for both effect damage and regular battle damage. So it's good to have 2 of. It's like a free Wabaku, even from the graveyard. So it makes them unable to be destroyed by battle, and then you can banish it later if you feel threatened. So it's always good to have that card at least at 2. 1 Raptor's Gust. When a spell or trap is activated while you control a Raidraptor card, negate the activation and destroy it. The thing I like about this specifically, it just says Raidraptor card. So that means if you have Nest and you have this set, they can't play the spell and trap. Or if they try to play Twin Twister, you can just negate it right off the bat. Let's be honest, that card is really everywhere right now, so this is mostly to stop the Twin Twisters. I'm probably going to side the 3rd one, though, because the card is actually really good. Then we go triple Icarus Attack. Icarus Attack is great. There is no doubt about it. Another thing I didn't like about Raptor's Gust, though, is the fact that it's not a Raidraptor card. It's just called Raptor's Gust. So I thought, what is another card that can cause mass destruction? And it's really Icarus. Icarus Attack, whether you look at it or not, is just nice to be able to pop to. So you get your wing based off, you can always get it back, then pop 2. It's really good to use with what's his name? Fuzzy, because you can use it on Fuzzy. Fuzzy will trigger and it'll get you another copy of himself. Then the 1-0s, we run 3, a bottomless, a breakthrough skill, and a solemn warning. Because they're all staples and they're all good. I'm probably going to put in a second breakthrough skill if I'm able to make space for it. To be honest, it's really, really hard to make space in the deck. Even the main deck is kind of crammed with like rank up magics and all that stuff. That's about the only complaint I've had making this deck, is because it's so crammed. Obviously this deck comes with proxies, because that card is really hard to freaking get. The Raidraptor Exceed called Forstrix. He's a rank 4, can be made generically. He's got 2,000 defense. He gains 500 attack and defense for every Raidraptor you control. Then, once per turn, you can detach from him to search out a level 4 or lower. Yeah, it's just 4 or lower, or is it 4? I'm pretty sure it's 4. You need to have, to search a level 4 Dark Wing Beast monster. So that works with Black Wings. They figured that they can give Black Wings one of it. But yeah, you need 3 in this deck, because this deck just has to search, and when you have 2 out, you basically have a 3k wall. Then we get Raidraptor Blaze Falcon. Raidraptor Blaze Falcon is really good. You use this with your rank ups. You make 4 Strix, you rank this up later. This guy is really good specifically because he can attack while he has an XYZ material directly, which is also really good. But it inflicts damage to your opponent. You can target one monster your opponent controls and destroy it. Then once per turn, you can detach one XYZ material from this card and destroy as many special summon monsters your opponent controls, and they take 500 for each of them. So Blaze Falcon is probably my favorite one that they have so far. Then we have Revolution Falcon. Revolution Falcon is also great. A little bit harder to make. Let's see. You can detach one XYZ material from this card. This turn, this card can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles an opponent's monster, face-up special summon monster, that monster's attack and defense are becomes 0. And if it has a Raidraptor as an Exceeds material, it gains this effect. Once per turn, you can target one monster your opponent controls, and if you do, inflict damage to, destroy it, and if you do, inflict damage equal to its half of its attack of the monster that was on the field. So, yeah, he just is really good. You usually equip Mace onto this guy. He has a 3k beater, 3k defender that he could just swing in there at all the monsters, and your opponent really can't do anything about it. His effect doesn't target, so that's always really... Well, his effect does target, but the other effect doesn't really... I never have had a need to use it. I usually just use it to kill everything. One Dark XYZ Rebellion Dragon, again, that's pretty obvious. One Key Beetle, because this deck actually can use it towards Nest. You can use Key Beetle to protect Nest, and then have it stay on the field for a turn. It's useful, you know, like I said, it's just little things. Castel, because Castel's stupid. Diamond Direwolf, what I moved from my Traptrix hands. Diamond Dire just seemed better in here because they're all wing beasts, so I put Diamond Dire in here instead. 2 Ice Beast Xerophine, really good card for wing beasts. Then we have 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Cowboy, and 1 Rhapsody. And that's about it. That pretty much rounds out the deck. Card of the night is Raidraptor Vanishing Lanius. This is 13 Dragonblade signing off.